Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Red Show. It's me, boy, your homie, your cousin, your friend, your next door neighbor, maybe even your coworker. If we fuck with each other like that, yes, it's your boy AJ Red. I'm back again. I'm here in my seat, and I have more shit to talk about. Listen, I know it seems like I've been gone for a minute, and I start off with that every time, but because it feels like I miss y'all so much, and just being gone away for a few days just seems like a little bit, too long. But anyway, I'm back again, and we have a couple of topics that I wanted to go over. And by the time I go over them, I'm pretty sure you'll be like, sure the fuck made me think. That kind of shit. So yes, look, but real quick before we get started with all of that, I need you to take the time now and bow your head and look at your phone. And look at that button that says subscribe, that little dingly ding. Click that motherfucker. Tap it right now. Take a moment, go ahead and tap it, because that right there is going to let you know when I upload these videos and when I decide to go live. Also, I need you all to make sure to drop down in the comment section and let me know what you thought about the video, the topic, my opinion, and definitely put your opinion in there. I like to see all that shit. Also, the thumbs up button. I need to see them thumbs up. Y'all come on now. Stop playing them games. Y'all getting better, but listen. It can be a whole lot better than what it is. Come on. Thumbs up them damn videos. Hit that thumbs up button. The analytics section goes wild for that over there on the YouTube analytics section. Last and totally not least, please make sure to share these videos. I mean, I feel like I have to be like y'all's pastor or send the word to him like the politicians do, when it's time for the election time and shit like that. And tell the pastor, look, go and tell them, share with the congregation. Share with the people. Share with your friend. Share with your cousin, your other cousins. Share with your next door neighbor. Share with your smoke friends. Share with your brunch girls. That kind of thing. Share with the girls, Share with everybody. Make sure y'all, share the wealth, share the laughter, share the love. Because we all about love over here, even when we talks about bullshit, right? So anyway, now that we have all of the pleasantries out of the way and all of that good shit, like I said before, I lined up a little something, and I wanted to talk to y'all about it and see what the fuck y'all thought, because I saw a few things. One, starting with Pastor Keion is actually, again, under fire. If y'all remember at the beginning of the year, I think he did the video for the Watch Meet, and they played the song, I think it was Walk It Out or something like that, and they were over there cutting up in the church. He caught some heat for that shit earlier this year. Now he is back in the hot seat for telling that lady over there screaming in the church last Sunday to shut the fuck up with all that hollering and carrying on, while the people were trying to, he was trying to, summon the spirit. He was trying to, oh, bibliosia, E. coli is coming on Monday, maybe on Sunday. He was trying to get the spirit to come in, and everybody had their hands raised. And everybody had their eyes closed, and everybody was looking to the hills from which cometh their help. And in that moment, that lady got to hollering, oh, yo, and shit like that. And I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the video, I was like, he was rude as fuck. He really was rude for walking over there and singling her out and telling her, hush. He didn't necessarily say shut the fuck up, but he may as well had, because he walked over there and tapped on and told, shh, stop that now, calm down, quit doing all of that. And everybody else still had their hands raised. Could you imagine being at a service and you standing next to that lady and she doing all that hollering and all that screaming for her deliverance? Oh, bibliosia, oh, shatata. She doing all of that, and you standing there and you like, oh, she's about to receive something. She's about to get a breakthrough. Or, like some I've been around, get to holler like that. You sitting there looking like, I wish, Sister Mills just shut the fuck up with all that hollering. Every Sunday, she come in here and give a test a lie. She tests a lie about everything that's going on. Then she get up here in the choir stand or out there in the audience, and as soon as we try to send praise up and carrying on and get our hands lifted, and go knee bowed and body bent before the maker, she get to all that motherfucking hollering and carrying on. I don't have folks that do that kind of stuff. And I will say this. I will say, people say you you know your atmosphere, you know your vibes, you know your church members, you know your choir members, you know the ones that's gonna act out and act the goddamn fool because they can't remember the lyrics to a song they begged the motherfucking lead. So now they can't remember the goddamn song, you know. So all they can do is holler and scream in the mic. Or in most cases I've seen, catch the spirit and fall out, and then, you know, somebody's got to carry on the fucking song. So I kind of understood where they were coming from, but I didn't know. And that's what I would say. For a lot of people, if you were not there a lot of the time, you cannot really cast judgment upon the situation and what you saw. Because in those instances, you have to have been there to find out what the fuck was going on and why he told her to shut the fuck up. Now, he and his wife, Pastor Keion Henderson, and his wife, Shawnee O'Neal, did go on the Tamron Hall show. And he did go on there to address these allegations and these words of non-affirmation that he was getting online, and, you know, in response to telling this lady to, you know, shut her trap with all that hollering and carrying on at the church. He did say basically he knew this lady, and it was the same scenario I just gave y'all in part B, that when you have a member of the church that is always doing shit like this, he said basically she was a habitual screamer. She was like Wanda over there off of Good Times, you know, going to the funerals and shit, and didn't even know people, and just go up there crying and boo-hooing and carrying on. She was just in there crying wolf all the fucking time. It was either that or he was really doing a mighty works in her, you know, in her life. Ah, boy, shot-ta-ta. Oh, I want to run on, but this car going to trip and I'm going to fall on the floor. But you know, some people you actually have to think about that. Some people are so into their faith that when they go to church, something that's simple. I've been around some Christian folk that it can be something like a parking spot that they find at church that's up close. Oh, praise him. Oh, God. Just I mean, any little old thing, you know. They got a refund from the government. That's the way they don't ever get shit. They got a refund of $17.98. And they'll go and turn on, you know, some Ricky Dillon and probably tear the goddamn furniture up in the house. Some Christians are so devout to where things that make sense, you know, in everyday life that we should be thankful for, that some of them do go into the house of worship and just really want to give thanks for being able to congregate on another Sunday and pay these high-ass motherfucking tithes, you know, and pay the pastor's way. Some people really be actually thankful for some of those small things that we see today that the average person pretty much kind of like is like, well, bitch, that's a given, you know. Some people take it for granted that they get up and they can get out of the bed and they can actually walk and they can talk and they're not lame, you know. They're not stricken with an illness. They haven't awoken to See, I said the same shit I said other motherfuckers be doing. They haven't awakened to a morning of some kind of family tragedy, you know, all week long, and they come to do what you say, come in the house of prayer and just really give thanks all out. They say, how can I let the rocks cry out for me? That is a shame. So some people refuse to do that, and things so superficial as some of us deem to be just a given, you know, that are taken for granted. Some people actually go to church to actually be able to cut up and holler and scream like that, you know, in order to let God know before the people I'm not ashamed, you know, to praise you and to tell the people the good works that you've done in my life and how good you've been to me, you know. And on just, they see me driving this Bentley, but they don't know how the fuck I got it. I was 3 months behind, and all of a sudden you made a way, and all of a sudden, listen, I done paid 6 months, them months behind and 3 months ahead. Some people, now there are the others. There's the flip side of that one that I told y'all about. They come in here every Sunday and just likes attention and just wants to scream and holler and fall out and shit, like, you know, like it's coming at your underarm. You know, that kind of shit. You know, I remember that episode on Martin. Yeah. When he was in the church over there and Martin's mama was giving all the money to the church and David Allen Greer was the pastor. I think that has to be the funniest fucking episode of Martin there is in the history of martianship of the show. But he was right. Some people just come there to put on the show. And he pretty much called her out. He said on the Tamron Hall show, he called her out on her doing this every motherfucking given Sunday, up and acting a fool, hollering and screaming and taking the attention off of them trying to bring the anointing forward. Because you know, honey, they believe in the anointing. Child, this little cocktail, I had a couple of already, 3 or 4 already, but I'm at home on sabbatical, so therefore, and I ain't going no motherfucking, I ain't finna drive all over the city traffic, cause Anyway, but yes, he gave his explanation, and I think they knew best. And maybe now that they put on blast, she shut the fuck up and quit all that howling unless she really got blessed with something, or is there something she really want to say? All right, now, have you all heard about this 31-year-old female? I think her name is Rachel Bailey. She lives in Florida, and she's married to a gentleman named Alexander. So this 31-year-old woman that lives in Florida, married to Mr. Alexander, they have 3 children. The 3rd child was recently born, and I don't know at what point that they decided that this was going to be their bonding time, but he been over there sucking the residual milk out of her titties because the baby don't want it no more. Yeah, he found it reasonable or logical or however the fuck you want to put it. He found a reason to want to go lay around there and suck lay on this woman's titties. Now, this is the thing. I've heard of it before where the father, kind of bonds, they kind of taste the milk and stuff like that. And typically, sometimes, they might suck it from the tit, or they might try from the refrigerator, maybe accidentally, maybe even on purpose, right? And yes, I've heard some guys find it more fulfilling than regular cow milk, which I don't drink. Or any of this almond milk or all this other stuff, that we use or whatever. They find it more, they find it better. And it just baffles me. Okay, it makes sense that if the child sometimes doesn't want to latch on, that, towards the end, if, y'all starting to get y'all's sexual relationship stuff, going back around, y'all starting to have more sex again after the child has been born. And at some point, y'all feeling frisky, and of course he gonna suck the tits or whatever, suck the nipples around the thing, and screw the knobs and boink boink and boink and what it was, bop and twist it and turn it and all that stuff. We understand that. I get that part that you probably get some of the residual milk while you're suckulating the tits while you're having your fuck fits. That is one thing. Okay. And maybe you go, there's a plethora of ways that you could have encountered an episode of sucking this titty and getting this breast milk, right? But she's to the point to now, she enjoys it so much and he enjoys it so much that now they're considering having a 4th child so that she can have him to suck the milk out the tits. Now, there's a few things with this scenario that concerns me. I think my biggest concern is for the child, the 4th child to be born. I think my biggest concern is, will the child starve? Because it seems like her only reason that she's given to go and have a 4th child is to be able to bond with her husband, with him sucking the milk out the titties. Now I'm kind of worried about the child going hungry. I'm worried about the child starving. Now I know there's other alternatives, giving the child Enfamil, Similac, and all this other shit that they got out here. But that milk, as much as milk costs these days, I would make my baby suck my titty. You got me fucked up. They got, and then half these babies are being born lactose intolerant. They got to be on this organic milk. They got to have all this old stuff, and they got to have milk with basil in it and all kind of shit. So not only are you paying for Pampers and stuff like that, and little baby booties and clothes and socks and powder and ass baby wipes and stuff, but one of the most expensive things to raising a child is that goddamn formula. Now, y'all drop down in the comment section and let y'all that got kids that had to go buy formula and tell me if I'm right or wrong. I done raised enough to know, yes, that goddamn formula is higher than shit cocaine. Not that I know, because I don't fucking do it, but I know I hear the streets on both ends, the baby's end and the drug district. So it would behoove you to say, fuck all that. You know, back in the days, it might have been a little different because them cans of milk didn't cost as much. But as high as milk costs, you better sit your ass at home and learn how to let that baby suck on your titty. But I'm concerned about the child starving to death and the child not being able to have that genuine bond with the mother, because the father is already decided upon which, when the child is born, the tits is, the tits was yours before the child got here. Now you still want to suck on them bitches and take all the nutrients that the baby's supposed to get? The fuck? What's there for him? You know what I'm saying? Or her? Number two, I think that it seems that they found this freaky ass, fragidosic, fragilistic ass freaky shit that they got going on that probably bonds them and makes them feel real good about one another. And that's okay. That is okay. But can't you just let him suck your titties without having to suck the milk out the motherfuckers? Or better yet, get you some of that sweet almond or sweet vanilla milk. Get you one of them little breast pumps. And when y'all feeling freaky and shit, let him suck the milk out them motherfuckers. Because that don't make no sense for y'all to sit up here and tell me that headline with all the shit we got going on in the world. You mean to tell me headline news down there in Florida? Some of the weirdest shit. Them motherfuckers over there talking about titty sucking for a grown man. It ain't breastfeeding for babies. We talking about breastfeeding for 30-something-year-old motherfucking men. There's a market for that. There is a market for that. They can go right on over there to what that thing is, OnlyFans.com, and probably sit up on there and suck on one another's titties all day, because the way the husband look, he got a set of titties too. He ain't looking like the nutty professor about the chest. Who's sucking on? I want to know who's sucking on whose titties. I believe they got some freaky shit going on over there down to the house. And the children, the mom and the daddy look like some fluffy motherfuckers. And the kids, if you look at the kids, go in and check the story out. The kids look like they eating, they eating or whatever, but you can tell they ain't getting no motherfucking breast milk. This ain't just beginning. This is not, I don't believe them what they're saying that this just started after the third child. I believe this motherfucker probably been robbing them kids of all kind of nutrients and all kind of vitamins and zinc and everything else probably since the first child. Because he looked greedy. And he looked fat and healthy. Go look at the article and look at the husband and wife and the children. That motherfucker look like he ain't just been eating no steak and taters. Because never mind, I ain't gonna say that because that'd be wrong. I have to catch myself. Be the spirit. It sometimes I'm moved to say things that I really want to say, and then there's always, bibliosha. There's always something to tell me, hush up, don't say that. Be quiet, self. Don't say that, self. Shut up, self, or you find yourself all by yourself. That's including on YouTube. Sometimes you have to hold the fuck down, but he's getting them kids his meals. And I believe this is just like some kind of uh, I'm not gonna say sick fantasy because it's not sick to suck on a tit. You know, it's more so of that he has this. What's the word I'm looking for? Y'all help me out. Uh, this fetish for sucking titties that got baby milk in there. That bothers me. That sounds like some shit like that's the beginning of an R. Kelly stage. You know what I'm saying? Or P. Diddy. You know, who knows how they started? They probably started out sucking titties and getting baby milk, but, you know, they both, R. Kelly said he had some mama issues, you know, and shit. That made him feel, that made him weird. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't believe he's probably going to be of the capacity of an R. Kelly or P. Diddy. But all in all, it just don't seem right. And that y'all had to come on here and tell everybody why y'all didn't keep y'all sexual proclivities to yourself. We don't need to know all y'all into. We know a lot of straight men are ass guys, some are leg guys, some are breast guys. You know what I mean? And he's taking the breast guy portion to a whole new level. Now he has to order his breast with baby milk? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Come on now. We got to do better. And again, excuse me, y'all. And again, I have to put more emphasis on the fact that this actually made world news. Who the fuck did they report this to that got to world news? I'm just asking. I mean, maybe I should just do like Durandis Pacey and just leave it alone. I don't know. But something done got a hold of me, and I don't know if it's my old Shabbat Tata or it's my old Biblioshi, or you know, it's my E. coli, he coming on Sunday. I don't know what it is, but something in me just says, this just doesn't even, not that I got a problem with it, but why the fuck we got to know everything y'all got to be doing up in y'all house? We don't care. Moving on to the next thing, because like I said, this time y'all not going to be rushing. I'm getting liquefied and shit, and I'm not finna be with all that rushing. I'm getting on these. I probably need readers to look at the shit that I done fucked around and wrote down. But they upstairs, you know, time is of the essence and shit. And I believe I might need my readers more than I thought I did. And y'all, listen, and y'all, don't be looking at my hair and shit. I know my hair and my eyebrows, I'm not up to my 10 status. But, only thing is, I'm waiting on my mama. My mommy is coming to town for Mother's Day. I'm looking to pamper her with a few things, and I want to do that with her. And my two of my sisters are coming also. So, I don't know, I might be a gay guy as one of the girls this weekend. Fuck it. I love my mommy. I'm not even a mommy's boy. But I don't know. I just love my mom because I admire the shit that she did to raise us. And then to realize that just as now it's not easy to be a single mom and raise children, it definitely was not a picnic during those times, you know. So the things that I have, I choose to share them with my mother, of course, to allow her to feel that she's special. You know what I mean? And I included my sisters because they're both mothers. I have like 9 sisters. So, but these two in particular, one is my oldest, which is sort of like a mother to me, and the other is my one of my baby sisters. But yeah, I'm gonna get all that shit worked out. We're gonna do, you know, the eyebrows and all that stuff. Matter of fact, when I get off here, I got to finish booking this Airbnb. Because they'll be here soon. So, but anyway, I'm going left field, going off into the wrong stuff. But yeah, so don't mind that, because trust me, he gonna be good. I'm straight. What am I gonna get to next? I got a bunch of shit here, y'all. Isis Navarro Reyes of Long Island, New York, has been arrested. I can't remember all the charges, but basically she got arrested for selling knockoff drugs. And with the name, of course, you can kind of depict that it's Hispanic, Colombian. I don't know the fuck. When they showed her picture, she looked all kinds of different, you know, whatever. It could be, it could go a lot of ways, but it wasn't gonna be. Never mind. So yes, this bitch done been busted over there in the Long Island of the New York because she is over there selling. Y'all get ready. Hold on to your shit. Get ready. Ozempic. Fake motherfucking Ozempic is what she's been going around selling to people. Yes. You might ain't heard it here first, but you damn sure heard it by me. Fake Ozempic is what she was out there selling on the streets. And the crazy part about it is she's been selling not just the Ozempic, but she's been selling a plethora of other drugs that are illegal and are fake. She was discovered actually, you know, selling this drug because of a TikToker. The TikToker is actually still to be unnamed, and maybe you've seen this person, this young lady, on a TikTok video after she came out and talked about it. But she sold her the fake Ozempic, and she used the shit because if you all know, if you all don't know, Ozempic is one of the world's #1 leading drugs in weight loss, aside to diabetes, which was actually predominantly meant for. Ozempic was predominantly meant to treat diabetes, right? And also, second runner-up is Wegovy. So a lot of people have found that using Ozempic has reduced, has really significantly helped with weight loss, right? We all know that. And some of you probably didn't know that Wegovy is one of the others. Problem is, and I'm gonna get to the rest of this in a minute, but the problem is that I found with me being in the actual medical industry, with some of the work that I have to do, basically trying to make sure that I get patients that actually need Ozempic for diabetes, type 2 mellitus, or whatever have you. I'm having a difficult time with patients that I actually have to get prior authorizations for, because some insurances pay for it, some don't. It just depends on what tier you're on with your insurance. So always check to make sure that if you have a pre-existing condition, that your insurance knows what that is and that they're willing to cover it at least to some kind of decent degree, to where you're not left with too much out-of-pocket cost. Because I can't tell y'all, and when I found out, you know, trying to get, because y'all know the kind of work I do, right? I work with the HIV, STIs, and all that stuff. And then some of my patients too still are actually just general practice that come in, they have diabetes, they have high blood pressure, and different things like that. And we also have to manage those conditions. And again, I was saying that in doing so, we as the healthcare provider are a lot of the times, because patients don't know, we're kind of obligated to a degree to make sure that we send out these, complete these prior authorizations from a medical standpoint, and presenting the medical need and the reason for the medication. And a lot of the times we have patients that are getting rejected for it because the insurance doesn't want to pay for the medication, whether it be the brand or whatever have. Now some will come back and say, we'll do the generic version. And some will say, well, listen, how about you try this drug? It's equal to this one. Sometimes it's that way, and sometimes it's some total other shit that the doctor didn't recommend, and you got to go through and fight and scratch the insurance company to get this stuff. But the point I'm trying to make to you guys is, it started to kind of irritate me, finding that I had so many patients that I couldn't get this medication for. But on the other hand, I had patients that might have had a better insurance, that just decided, fuck backing away from the table, fuck taking my knees out up under the table, fuck changing my diet. I'm just gonna go with Ozempic because I done seen it on television and they say it works for that as well. My girlfriend done told me I done seen her with it and she done got it, and this bitch done dropped 65 pounds in 13 days, right? So you have people, and of course these drug companies, a lot of the time they're they're all about the money. So a lot of the times, even if that medication has a plus where it moves in that direction where they can actually get more money from that field, that's fine. And follow what I'm saying, because I'm dropping breadcrumbs. That's fine. That's more lucrative. And so they're willing to do that because they're getting more recognition by people putting that drug out there. Maybe it's not for the reason that it's intended for, but then it's getting put out there and it's getting recognition, right? But then you still have these people over here, mostly the elderly community, majority, but still there's a lot of people that have juvenile diabetes, and people my age and probably some of you all that have diabetes that are actually struggling with the idea of getting your fucking Ozempic for medical necessity needs. You know how many people die of diabetes a year that can't afford the copay on their insulin? Because that's what Ozempic is, pretty much a different form of insulin or a form of insulin. But that's why I tell y'all, I give y'all hidden gems. Check your insurance, know what you're signing up for, know what it covers, especially if you have a pre-existing condition. You have to read that stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of it is legal jargon that you may not be able to understand, but there should be a representative in a department somewhere in your job's tenure that is designated to explain these things to you in layman's terms to make it make more sense. So that when you go to the doctor, you ain't selected some shit just because it's $15. Even y'all that take that marketplace, I'm getting back to the show. I'm just trying to give y'all some shit. Even y'all that get those marketplace plans, watch that shit. Because a lot of that is so cheap. They say you get what you pay for. And unfortunately nowadays, we don't even, that damn near ain't true because we paying so much for something we getting so little. It's basically a lanyard type of position. But in a situation like that, you have to go and ask those proper questions and call them with those marketplace plans and find out what does it cover in particular, again, especially if you have any type of pre-existing condition. Check those things. Ask those questions before you sign something or enroll into something that you find out, oh, because it was $21. Just because it's the marketplace and it's cheap doesn't mean you're getting everything that you're going to need within that year or that enrollment period that your health is going to require. And just because it's cheap doesn't mean that it's going to give you what you need. So you need to make sure to look at those prices. I have people that, oh, I paid $25, $36, $21, $19 over on the marketplace, and come to find out that with situations where they come to see me, they have to pay a huge copay or they only get 2 visits a year. You know what I mean? So it's stuff like that. And they don't cover any fucking medication because, well, you didn't sign up for a medication coverage. They don't tell you this kind of stuff. So you have to ask these questions before you sign up, okay? So that's my PSA. With your insurance, always check. I don't give a fuck who you getting it through. Whether it be through your job, through personal, through the marketplace, always find out what it covers first. Because that is a big issue in today's society. People are needing more medical care now than they've ever really done before, and especially in this country. And for a plethora of different reasons. And then you also want to make sure you pick the right plan because you know you plan to be healthy. You know, those of you ain't trying to keep your big back up. You know what I'm saying? And even the big back people are trying to work on their shit. And I commend you, I applaud you. Come on over to the healthy side. You know what I'm saying? So with that, we don't plan on our vessels giving out on us on any different plane or any aspect, right? I know I got phys ed on right now. I'm looking better because I'm going to the gym, and I'm trying to. It's not for weight purposes because I'm not a big guy. I am in height, but not in width. So, but it's to make sure that if anything comes about, that you are covered, and your family's not having to worry as much, and you're having of ease of mind, right? So think about those things. Let that be your gem you take away from the show today. And I know I done derailed from the show, and y'all probably like, this bitch ain't funny. What the fuck talk about insurance? I didn't call you for that. I didn't get on the line for that. I'm sorry, but I tell you, I care, and I do different work outside of this. So when I have those moments, I like to disperse that and get it out the way. But anyway, What was I at? This bitch was selling knockoff Ozempic. And this is the thing I'm saying too. A lot of these girls, and I'm talking about the girls and the girls, you know, and these guys, you have to not be so fucking vulnerable and so non-knowledgeable. I'm trying to put this together the best way I can in layman's terms and to not make anyone feel like I'm putting them down. But come on, bro. Come on, sis. You have we not learned anything from all these people that went out there and got these fucking BBLs in somebody's basement and got filled up with fucking cement or some shit that caused them so have y'all not watched Botched? Have y'all not seen Miss Netta? What the fuck? Come on now. Come on. Come on. There's a lesson in every blessing and there's a blessing in every lesson. You got to look at that shit both ways and flip around and give you hand in hand. But in the same breath, you have to use your common sense. What the fuck do y'all look like out here buying? Oh, you want Ozempic so bad that you wouldn't go and meet Jesus and tuck him on his robe and say, hello, somebody, fast forwarded me to this bitch. It was nobody but you. Because you sitting down and you done met Isis Navarro Reyes, you know, on the back alley somewhere, dressed up like where in the fuck is Carmen Sandiego, and you buying Ozempic from this bitch behind the building? What the fuck? No. You don't even buy weed from motherfuckers you don't know. Come on now. Y'all be particular on your weed, your weave. How your hair look, your shoes, whether they knock off or not, how well they can pass. You know what I'm saying? The world is so fucking vain. Everybody is losing their lives over vanity and worried about the aesthetics of who you are and what you look like on the outside. There is nothing wrong with wanting to look better. There is nothing wrong with wanting to be better. There is definitely nothing wrong with wanting to be healthier and try your best from your standpoint as a human being to try to, what's the word I'm using, y'all? See what I'm talking about? You ain't got nobody here to bounce no shit off for when I'm lost for words. Try to extend your longevity, your life. There ain't shit wrong with that. But when you step down to a point that's so low, I bought some shit off TikTok, but I ain't never let no bitch about send me no motherfucking Ozempic. Bitch, you sound stupid. And to the TikToker, listen, I don't mean to shame you or nothing like that, but you got to be out your mammy motherfucking Milli Vanilli ass mind. There ain't nowhere in the world I'm finna buy no shit from no bitch I just met up in a bar. I ain't saying this is what she did, but I'm just giving scenarios and shit because pretty much you may as well the fuck have. You may as well go and bought a bad batch of cocaine or some shit. Or a bad batch of weed. Or a bad batch of moonshine. Or a motherfucking lemon as a car. You may as well, you know what I'm saying? These things, we'll take the car back because those things can't really physically hurt you, you know, as far as health. But you get what I'm saying? It makes no sense to be that fucking stupid. Just like, okay, I ordered, case in point, I ordered the soap that was on TikTok, the one that was, that has the turmeric and the lemon and all that stuff and the ginger in it, right? Ordered that shit. It never showed up to the house. I have been watching it for months. Ordered it, never showed up to the house, right? Had a problem with the shipping, never received it. TikTok, refunded me my money. 5 days later, I find out that there's another TikToker that done used this shit on her face, and now she done got lesions all over her shit. Listen, folks. Listen, folks. Listen. Extra, extra. Read the fuck all about it. I'm not buying no product from a place that no. I'm not gonna do it. And don't get me wrong, I might not be on Jet. I might not be on yet. I might not be on, you know, Man of the Year or Esquire, you know, or Gentleman. I might not be on any of that shit yet, but I'll be motherfucker if I decide to sit up here and fuck up this. with a bar soap or some Ozempic. Or anything else for that fact of the matter. I'm just not going to do it. My thing is, at the end of the day, common sense is, if nothing else, I'm willing to try plenty of things, but I'd be motherfucked if you finna sit up here and tell me, oh yeah, that right there, I just roll with you, bitch, to go to the dope dealer house. Which is very unlikely, because if I know we going, you won't have a we in it. Bitch, we ain't speaking no French. It's going to be you by yourself, solo. But if I know for a fact that's cocaine, and you're going to tell me, oh, use the rest of this. I'm low on powdered sugar baking my pound cake. You're going to tell me, oh, use the rest of this powdered sugar, bitch. And you just got it out of a Winn-Dixie bag, you know, torn off, hair wrapped. I'm not putting that shit up my cake. And I say that to say, again, there is no way that I am so, because that's out of, I guess I'm gonna say disparity. She was very desperate. I haven't seen the sister. I don't know how big she is. None of that shit. But I'm gonna say this. At least if you're gonna fuck with a trial drug or any drug out here, bitch, get it from somebody you can act that writes a scripture. That if some shit go wrong that they ain't tell you about, you can actually be able to sue. You can hold them medically responsible for the shit that happens to you that you weren't aware of before you start taking this shit. It had been different, I'm quite sure, had she gone to her motherfucking doctor and asked her, and that's probably what happened. Our doctor probably told you, like Dr. Now probably told, no, fuck no, we ain't giving you no Ozempic, bitch. Get out there, get on the treadmill, stop fucking with them hamburgers at night. You know what I'm saying? Stop sucking up all them fries with all that goddamn salt on it. I'm saying that shit because I was that motherfucker that was guilty of it. My big back was getting up too. I had a situation where my knees looked like motherfucking, they wasn't right. They looked like cantaloupes at some point. You feel me? I couldn't get off the floor and shit. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't right. All I did was bump this motherfucker on the back of a church bench and they got to going crazy. And I'm eating all this meat and eating all this fucked up shit and I wasn't watching anything I was eating. I'm thinking just because, you know, shit, my dad's 6'4", yeah, eating a motherfucking 34, 32. I'm only 6'1". I'm in the 34, maybe 36. Oh, baby. When I got to a 42 and that motherfucking scale said 298, listen. Call him right now. I got to tell him what I want. And what I need is to drop a few pounds. Fuck Jenny Craig. Fuck Atkins. All that. Because y'all know all the greats done use the Ozempic anyway, but I ain't fuck with that shit. And this was years ago. I ain't wore that amount in shit years. Like currently, I think right now, I can tell you I'm confidently at about 192 at 6'1". But we watched Oprah get fired from, you know, allegedly from what it was, Weight Watchers, I think it was, wasn't it? We done seen the Osborne gal. Everybody that done fucked with the Ozempic, I don't know what, Ozempic must got crack or cocaine in it. Allegedly, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Something up in that shit that just, I don't know what the fuck it does, but it must got, what it is, Freddy Krueger, let me want to suck face in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that episode or that one where Freddy Krueger had got that girl in class and the bitch fell asleep and she had asthma and shit? And she was, all that shit in her dreams because he had caught her asleep. Yeah. And what do you say? You want to suck face? That's what he, that's what he asked her. And he sucked her shit. You know, listen. She got so sucked her motherfucking eyeballs out. She like a motherfucking a skeleton with eyeballs. They kind of like Tell from the Crib. Yeah. They must got some Freddy Krueger you want to suck face in that bitch. Because everybody that gets on that shit, even people I've met in person, I know people that's sitting right now on the corner just tweaking, lighting up a Newport right now, trying to find a way to call their doctor and see if they can get themselves on that new Ozempic. Motherfuckers traveling in for, because 9 times out of 10, there are real doctors out here. Let me let y'all know, there are real doctors out here that say, listen, that agree with me. If it ain't medically necessary, get your big ass in the gym and get your big back down. But there are some in different places that, they heard the word. If you go over there and see him, you got a little insurance. He'll lay around and write your scripture. Oh, biblioshit. You write your scripture and give you everything you need. They out there. I don't fuck with them kind, because 9 times out of 10, they give you shit and they ain't sure if you're supposed to have it. Hey. Being that bitch singing I Shall Wear a Crown, it ain't gonna be me. I don't want it. Take that somewhere else. No. Not for me. But the bottom line is, y'all have to actually use your discernment. You can't just sit up here and just say, it ain't the way it used to be back in the days, you know what I'm saying? You meet a motherfucker on the street and buy a little radio from them, and you knew they the crackhead in the neighborhood, and they done went and stole it. This is not that. You feel me? When you fooling with things of this caliber, this is medication. This is something that can fuck around there and paralyze your ass, and you be laid up, sit up in the wheelchair, and the mall won't be open, ain't nobody shopping because you can't do shit because you done decided to go out there and made a fucking unnecessary decision about some shit that you ain't know nothing about. So, in all parties to this, I say to the young TikToker, you probably won't get anything out of this other than, nothing out of this. But them lesions, and then that bitch Reyes, she getting jail time. They finna put them Chanel braces on that bitch. She about to be eating beans and burritos for about the next 30 years. Down there probably in San Quentin with everybody fucking everybody over there from what I understand. And so I don't know where she's gonna be, but they're gonna put her ass away for a nice period of time. Moving on real quick, I just want to touch on congratulations to Busta Rhymes. Everybody is talking about how fine Busta Rhymes has become again, how he has improved himself, and how he has been successful in his recent weight loss. Now, if y'all remember, back in the days when Busta Rhymes came out, Busta Rhymes was slim, trim, lean, and plenty mean. He was fine, little piece of tenderoni. As time went on, he himself looked like he might have been trying to sign up for Ozempic. Because he was fat as a motherfucker. He was fat like a motherfucker like Bobby Brown. I would have thought that he and Bobby would have been in the gym together trying to atone their sins when it comes to that body. Because I don't know what the fuck they went did to it. He must have went put that bitch in a storage unit. You feel me? And just kept coming by every other once in a while and just feeding nothing but bread and water or them jailhouse meals. They built like they been to jail. You go to jail. Listen, I ain't talking about me. I'm saying you. You know what I'm talking about, bitch. You know somebody been in jail down there. When they go up in there, they look like this. That bitch come out in 6 months, maybe even 3. It's like they eat better in there. They get more calories. They come out, they got their big back up in no time. So, they should have been in the gym together. But whatever it is, I still want to stop, take a pause for the cause, and say to Busta Rhymes, congratulations, because I know as a man, in his early 50s, it couldn't have been easy at some point because shit, a whole lot, goes on at that point. I'm in a different lower bracket than him, and I just entered this title, age-wise, and shit changes, People think, let me tell you, at 21, 16 you're sweet, 21 you're legal, 25 your insurance kind of goes down, 30, you still have a little spunk left to you. You still have a little, a little kick to you, a little spice. You still can get out there and roll with the bitches in the club, you go to the bars and have a drink at night and still get up at 6 in the morning, be to work, pull a 12-hour shift. Don't miss a motherfucking beat, come home, cook supper, wash your clothes, clean your house, wash your car, and all that shit. You can still do that stuff in your 30s when you turn 30. By 35, I would say maybe 35, you probably got hopefully able to kind of like settle down a little bit. You got your finances maybe on a little bit more control because you still clean up your credit. If you fucked up a whole lot of shit back then chances are you did. You still spending that 35. You at that milestone. You know, you don't mind going out, but the shit just ain't gonna happen as much. You know what I'm saying? You might go out, 3 or 4 weekends a month at that time, because when you was in your 20s, you was going to hit that bitch through the weekday. You was spending Bible study nights on Wednesdays down there to live after 5, that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday nights, Taco Tuesday, you go down there and don't forget Cinco de Mayo that just came by. All that shit, you can run that shit in your 20s. Now, 35, you still, I going out there because the girls say I, need to come and I ain't been to nothing in a minute. 40, ho! A bitch want to lay down. Hey, talk to me. Where y'all at out there? You 40-year-olds and 40 plus. I just want to sometimes just lay the fuck down. Sometimes I don't want to do shit in this motherfucker. My house is clean. I don't even want to cook sometimes. Because 35, 20s, I be a chef in the kitchen. I still get my cook on. But a lot of times I'm like, you know what? Is it really worth it to go down there and dirty up that kitchen if I just cleaned it? That bitch is spotless. I want to take pictures and put it in Martha Stewart's Home and Gardens or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go fuck that kitchen up. Then people calling you talking about the young ones at your work. We going to La Bambas tonight, bitch. You coming? Nope. Sure the fuck ain't. Because 35, you was telling me, yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm coming. And then you get home, you shower and shit, and you lay across the bed. You're looking at your Instagram, your Facebook. You're talking maybe your boo or something like, whatever your deal might be. And you're pondering different reasons to call these bitches to put in the group chat, child. I ain't gonna be able to come. I'm feeling nauseous. Any kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm too hot. Or I'm too cold. It's too cold outside. It's too hot out. Bitch, you know what I'm saying? We found anything. 40, we just straight up tell you. I won't be there. I won't be there. This girl on TikTok to my where all the 40-year-olds and ups hang out at, bitch, in our boudoir, in our homes, in our humble abodes. Because a lot of times we realize we finally got our credit to be where we needed to be, and we paid so much to get it to where we needed to go, right? And we're just about there. Because 45, this shit got to be straight. So we got our finances together. We don't believe in too much going out there with brunch and all that shit, because you got to spend about $600 on brunch. Your outfit, your food, your shoes, your bike, your hair, your lashes, because you got to get all that shit retouched up because you want to look good in front of the girls. Or the girls. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to get up, shower, for me, shave, look good, and all that stuff. Not that it don't come naturally, but you got to paint the peacock a little bit sometimes, you know? Then you got to go gas up and all that shit. You got to meet them and get out there. Then you're going to get drunk. Like I said, you're going to spend about $300 out there to the brunch. Then you got to come back home, sober the fuck up, and get yourself ready for the next day for work. I vote no. But what I do hope is, after I said that I congratulate and I'm happy for Busta Rhymes, I hope he didn't fuck with that Ozempic. And I damn sure hope he didn't get it from Isis Navarro Reyes, because if he did, the lesions are probably on the way. Or he might suffer from erectile dysfunction. We don't know what the fuck the side effects are from this shit this lady done got. Because she done brought it in from Venezuela, Nicaraguas, Spain. All this shit came in illegally, so we don't know what the fuck she get this shit from. So, it got different components in there. He might fuck around there with Parkinson's, you know what I'm saying? You fuck around with Parkinson's, it's no. It's just too much. So I just hope if he did take the Ozempic, he didn't get it from ISIS. So congratulations on your new body, Busta Rhymes. What else we got on here? So y'all know Megan Thee Stallion is on a tour, right? She's doing concerts, and I myself, that's another thing I need to do is go ahead and purchase my tickets. And she's on this tour, and people are talking about and complaining about the fact that some of her tickets for really good seating is around about $24. I'm not with that complaint. I just said that some people are, that I see on the social medias and things of that nature, right? And that bothers me. I guess it goes back to the point of some people really live in the mentality of you get what you pay for, and some really feel like they live in the reality of some things are too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, then maybe it is. Because my grandmother always told me that, and so did my mom. If it's too good, if it seems too good to be true, then 9 times out of 10 it probably is. And I've fallen victim to that statement several times on the negative end, right? So life has taught me that, I will say. So that made me very much more careful as to my steppings, my doings, and how I move about business, and as it relates to my finances, because that's actually what suffered, from those instances. I told y'all I got a speech impediment, but I'm doing way motherfucking better now. When I drink a little liquor, shit comes out seamlessly. Because, my confidence comes up. I feel a whole lot better about what I'm talking about when I'm saying. And that little fearful boy, he goes and hides or whatever. So, tweaking a little bit. But anyway, some people really live in that mentality. And with that being said, I still say that I don't complain about that, because some of the best seats that I've bought for concert tickets, even the Mariah Carey concert when she came to town, I might have spent $300 on good decent seats. They weren't floor seats, but they were pretty much damn near behind them. Now the Renaissance tour, when I bought those tickets, okay, so I won't even go through the whole thing. The bottom line is, with the Renaissance tickets, I waited and waited and waited and waited, and then I was listening to other people, and I didn't listen to my own instincts, and so I ended up buying tickets that were not as favorable as I would have liked them to be, but they were good seats, right? So, as for me, of course, when you buy the seat or the ticket, a lot of the times the actual venue will actually allow you to see the view from the seat that you're seeking to purchase. And I mean, fuck it, I'm buying a $24 seat, and the view, because I mean, at the end of the day, let's just be honest. If you on the floor, what the fuck are you getting? A lot of the times, a lot of the artists don't get off the stage and come down there on the floor where you are. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. That just depends on the artist, and that depends on that particular tour, right? So, I mean, to me, I'm never going to spend a shitload of money on going to a concert, but I'm always going to get the bang for my buck. I'm going to always bargain there and get the bang for my buck, because I'm never going to be one of these gay guys that's going to be out here, or one of these YouTube creators or content creators that's out here saying, oh, look at me, I'm up front row, and then I had to spend my fucking rent money on, you know what I'm saying? Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Because in the end, that artist is going to be able to, they're not going to have that issue about when they paying their rent, because I didn't help pay it. I'm looking for a napkin, y'all, a paper towel. Give me 1 second, grab a paper towel. But yes, it because my drink is moistening the situation. Shit, here I come, y'all, making my way back. I'm trying to make sure I trip my fat ass over this cord. All right. Because the condensation on my drink, I didn't put a coaster down, so I should get one of those. But anyway, no, what was I at? But no, if Megan's tickets are $24 and they're actually good seats, what is there to complain about? Because a lot of the times, most of the money you spend is not really the concert ticket. It's usually all of the fees that are actually added on to the background from the venue that the concert is being held. Bigger issue I had was Charlemagne, and I know I'm 59 minutes in, I don't give a fuck, we're just gonna go over and do this thing. Charlemagne on The Breakfast Club had the audacity to make a statement saying that Megan Thee Stallion is not an arena theater. She's not an arena seller. She doesn't sell out arenas. She's more of a theater sellout. Really? Really, Charlemagne? Like, who the fuck are buying tickets for you, Charlamagne? Hmm? And I told you, it's always some bald head, slick back, greasy, Lily Low Monfontaine head looking motherfucker that's sitting up in the gallows or in the shadows somewhere that's waiting to lay around there and speak down on the bitch. But then the thing about it is, he always says this kind of shit, and when he gets called out on it, he wants to try to find a way to clean it up. And he said, well, no, I'm not speaking, because, what that girl name is, Just Hilarious, big forehead ass, she was kind of defending it, in my opinion. And so, which made Charlamagne retake another look at it and say, well, no, I'm not saying that she's bad or anything. I'm just saying, like, she's not that type of performer. And that's my thing, like, I do believe that Megan, I'm sorry, y'all, my shoulder's fucking with me. I do believe that Megan Thee Stallion has a nice, heavy, fantastic fan base. Even after all the shit that went on between she and Tory Lanez, with the, you know, the Binky dude and all that stuff, I still do believe that she still has a big enough following to where she can sell out arenas. Reason I say that is because of the people that she's attached to. Now, maybe if she did, what is the song? Savage. Of course, she'd probably have Beyonce's line on the thingy or whatever. Beyonce, I'm sure, is not going to be there to sing her part in the tour. And then maybe she has had Beyonce to agree to come out to a couple of performances. Now, well, now that I made that statement, the tickets are $24 at some point, and maybe not, because Beyonce got to get her coin. And I'm pretty sure right now she's busy trying to lay around and put this situation out with the country music. So maybe not. But the bottom line, the point I'm trying to make to you is the fact that I do rival the fact, I do not agree with the fact of Charlamagne saying that Megan Thee Stallion is not an arena seller. Well, I buy a ticket. That's my whole plan, to actually get tickets to the Megan Thee Stallion concert. But my goal was to take care of vacation. That happened last weekend. My mother coming to town and my sisters coming for Mother's Day, and some other things I'm planning. I'm planning to move to a bigger space so I can actually have a bigger studio. So get ready for that. I'm just dropping that bomb on y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all more about that towards the end if I can remember. One of y'all ain't gonna be able to remind me because fuck, y'all ain't on the live. But anyway, I think the idea of Charlamagne blurting out this bullshit, I think, I don't know. I think he just may have just did it just to actually have a show or something to talk about. Because I really, in my heart of hearts, and y'all drop down the comment, let me know, would y'all go to a Megan Thee Stallion concert? Let me know, drop down the comment section, let me know, especially on $24 with good seats. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if y'all would actually go to a Megan Thee Stallion concert if she were to come in proximity of your city and your hometown or whatever have you, right? Let me know, because I will say that I am not a huge Megan Thee Stallion fan, but I do like her music, and for $24, shit, that'll be a plus for me. But I still spend a nice coin on it. I ain't gonna spend no whole bunch of money, but I spend a nice coin on a ticket to the Megan Thee Stallion concert. So I think Charlamagne need to go shut the fuck up and sit down somewhere. Anyway, moving on. What we got here? Did y'all see the fight with Uncle Jim Jones? When he beat the Holy Tarnation motherfucking molasses out of those two guys in the airport over there in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Well, I watched the video. And when I watched the video, I don't know what all took place. He was on the left, and they were like down in front and on the right, and there was an older gentleman and a woman, I think, behind. And it just seems like, I don't know what they said to him, what they did to him, but all I can tell you is he unleashed the dragon. He whooped the shit out of both of them gentlemen. And I think an old man was kind of like a casualty because they fell on him or some shit. You know, because Jim Jones suplexed, ninja karate, Jackie Chan the fuck out of one of them and flipped him. And I think that took the old dude down. You know, and I kind of wish it had been Louis Anderson, that redhead motherfucker with them pepper steppers over there and I was talking to in the grocery store the other day. See, them the kind that deserve that kind of action. I don't condone violence, but see, the wrong with, never mind, because I don't tell me what that old man done did in his lifetime that brought it back that kind of karma. But the bottom line is, Jim Jones suplex and flippanized the fuck out that man. He fell on the old man's back. The old man went down. I think they must have damn near paralyzed him because he was hollering, ow, ow, wow. He sounded like, you know, Lenny Williams when he was getting ready to do the little, Yeah, fucked the old man up. And somebody dragged him off to the side like he was, you know, a soldier wounded in combat and parked him on the other side of the escalator while Jim Jones himself continued to single-handedly whoop two gentlemen's asses at the Fort Lauderdale airport. Now, no charges were filed against Uncle Jim because it was justified as self-defense. Now, these were two gay white gentlemen because if you watch the video, one of them said, he assaulted my partner. He assaulted my partner. Now, listen, LGBTQ, heterosexual, HHIM, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I don't go on either side. I don't pick sides. I pick the side that's the right side. Now, who started that shit? It did look like them two LGBTQ white boys started that shit. Now, to further prove the fact, when they got down off of the escalator after they had done fucked up, you know, AKA Pepper Stepper, dragged him off to the side, and the scrapping continued. And Jim Jones was still laying haymakers and shit. You know, the man was trying to jick him around. The shit was kind of hilarious, but Jim Jones wasn't in no laughing mood because he was decking their ass like it was nothing, right? One of the gentlemen, oh, he assaulted my partner. So when the sheriff and the attendees of law enforcement arrived on the scene and tried to break up the whole altercation, at this point, I became even more proud of Uncle Jim because he did as the officers instructed, and he went and sat his black ass down on the chairs like they asked him to. Now, while he was doing that, yeah, he was still screaming out, they assaulted me. They assaulted me. That's what he was telling the people. And he was right. To further prove his case, one of the gentlemen decided while the police officer, the sheriff, was trying to get things under control, separate them, and she was, you know, holding him and telling him, you know, chill out, you know, calm down, let's get to the root of the problem, let's chill out. He turned around and started whooping her ass. Can you imagine that? Now, I will say only our white LGBTQ plus MIA WXOZ WXOK gospel station gays can get away with that kind of shit. There is no way in the world if Uncle Jim had got to whooping that woman's ass in the airport, they'd have shocked him till he shitted on himself right in the middle of the airport. Drop down in the comment section, tell me what you think. They would have, it's electric. Boogie, woogie, oogie. They would have stuck his ass with that old taser and hit him with it. 50 million volts of electricity. They would have worn him the fuck out. They'd have ridden the kingdom up in there, allegedly. Yep. They'd have whooped his ass sleeping. They'd have beat the shit out of him. They'd have beat him into a sleeping beauty rest. But because, it was a white LGBTQ gentleman, I hate to take things to race, but I just feel it in my shando. Oh, baby Yoshi, I feel it in my shando. That if it had even been a black gay, maybe even myself, scrapping with Uncle Jim, and I'd have turned around and swung at that woman, because he bopped her a couple of times. He damn near knocked her bobby pins the fuck out. Her ponytail was crooked. Did you see it? Go look at it. He bopped her. And she told him, don't you fucking hit me. You stop what you doing. And then the other police, the other sheriff run up and say, sit your fucking ass down. And when the video went off, that man was still doing a tango with them officers. They still hadn't subdued him. I still, especially down there in Florida, where DeSantis is, shit, electrocute that bitch by order. It's probably what he telling the officers out there. And I'm just sitting there saying, because y'all know DeSantis over there looking like that goddamn squirrel off the Animaniacs. Y'all know good and well I'm telling the truth. Why he always look like a white Rastafarian, y'all know. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. The bottom line is, had they had any type of melanin, it wouldn't have been that same song and dance. They'd have hit him with those zzz. They would have lit his motherfucking ass up like the New York City Christmas tree over there in, what it, Times Square or Livingston Park, wherever the fuck they use over there in the New York City. When they light the big old tree up. They'd have hit him with it. Drop down in the comment section, let me know what you think. Tell me whether or not if it had been Uncle Jim, because I know y'all seen it, and he whooped their ass and took names later. He probably still don't know their names. He probably don't know their initials. He beat the tar shit out of them. And if the way I saw it, it looked well deserved. And one thing I can't stand is a person that, and we're not gonna say, but some people like to engage and initialize and just start and mess. You know what I'm saying? Just get shit started. And they feel entitled to a point while they're getting their shit started. For some reason, their breasts stick out. Man or woman, pecs, tits, there's no difference. And this in the case was LGBTQ, so they're probably sticking their tits out. But when you sit down and think that you have what's the word? I'm stuck again, y'all. Hold on. When you have so much, when you have the audacity and you feel like you have so much kill me, Holy Ghost. Entitlement to get this shit started, because I told y'all that's what Big Red was doing in the grocery store with me. He had entitlement. And I set his ass down a buttonhole low before I had to slap him one. But some people feel that they can have the gall to do these things and they're not going to see any kind of repercussions or consequences from it. Now, the problem is, you may not. You know? You may not with the law enforcement, but somebody you dealing with may not be. They may have had the last straw. They may have just dealt with the last dealt with. They may have just hooray the last hurrah. They may have just, you know, ran out of fucks. You feel me? And you gonna run up on this person and you don't know what frame of mind you got them in. And this could just be the motherfucking straw that breaks the camel's back. Not to mention yours. We have to bring ourselves down to a level back to earth, and that's LGBTQ plus MIALYXYZ 1, 2, 3 through 17. That's the homosexuals, you know, whether you bite this, whatever. We have to bring ourselves down to understand that we're all only flesh and bones. Ooh, this shoulder fucking with me. I must be really preaching. It's the Holy Ghost tapping me on the back, but it's tapping pretty damn hard. I need to quit. Oh, sweet day in the morning. I need me a massage. I got to go see Helga or somebody. I'm talking about a Swedish. That's what we're going to do this weekend. I'm talking about fuck me up. I'm talking about beat me like a Mongolian drum. This shoulder, if y'all notice, if you see him, so I'm going to be in the light. Anybody that knows me, you see that shoulder right there? That bitch ain't got no lump in there, right? See it in here? When I put him down like that, this clavicle is out of place. And when I tell y'all sitting up sometime for too long, this motherfucker get the spazzing out like a motherfucking saved Baptist in a church doing the high praise. Oh, it hurts y'all sometimes, but it's been a minute since I let somebody just like turn me into a fucking just mashed potato. I'm talking about I want to go in that bitch and find the lightest Asian they got in that bitch and let her walk up down my ass like the red carpet. You feel me? Y'all can't tell me that I don't be feeling good a lot of the time. I'm talking about, I don't see me when I go for a massage. I'm not looking for, oh, fine guy or decent looking good. I ain't looking for none of that shit. All I want to know is you got some arm fat back here at the bite and a little bicep there and maybe even a tricep. I'm talking about the kind that look like an old nurse an old German nurse, Helga. You know what I'm saying? Bitch coming down, her uniform all wrinkled and shit, or his uniform all wrinkled. Hair ain't even right. Them the ones that got frustration to take out on somebody. Come in here and fuck me up. Yes, I'm talking about fuck me up. Cause listen, people say, what you ask for that for? Because at the end of the day, you haven't experienced pain until you felt this shit here, especially in the back, in that scapula. Now, some of y'all may not know what that is according to the medical term, but go look it up, and it's going to show you. Go look up your anatomy, look up the physiology of a body, and look at the posterior portion, and look and ask for the scapula. It's going to show you where it's at anyway. But just imagine that motherfucker there. Oh, great day in the morning, and I like to sleep on this side. So the pain that I feel a lot of times that's actually currently going on right now, like electricity going all down this shoulder and fucking this up real quick. And I'm not talking about little pricklies. I'm talking about all of a sudden I get a pain back that I do like this number here, but I can't do that on the screen with y'all because I have to maintain some kind of fucking, and y'all probably laughing my ass, probably think I'm on some kind of fucking powder anyway. Fuck with no powder, unless it's donuts. And then I don't fuck with them. I think they like to choke me. And I'm not into it that kind of way. Not that kind of joking. So, yeah. But yeah, when I go get a massage, fuck me up. I'm talking about the way they tenderize meat when they get ready to put it on the grill. Tenderize the fuck out of me. You feel me? Turn me into a tenderoni. Yep. I'm talking about when I get up off the bed, I want to be able to sleep through it, but I want Swedish deep tissue. Fuck me up. You feel me? Because by the time they get through it all, the only thing else that works other than that is the cold compress therapy, the cold compression. But I haven't been able to find anybody that does that just yet, and I need to get into it. But listen. Sweet night, Irene. Anyway, what else we got on this motherfucker I done talked to y'all about? I done told y'all about Jim Jones. I done told y'all about him. Oh, I'm gonna say that for last. So, doing Tom Brady's roast over there on the net of the flicks, a lot went on. Tom Brady was not clearly the only person roasted. Kim Kardashian got a lot of that too. There was a comedian, what is his name? Hold on, y'all. Tony Hinchcliffe. He was doing the roasting, but somehow, I guess doing the roasting, sitting in the front is like being at a comedy show on the front row. A motherfucker use you in your life or your looks or whatever to blast you, make you look crazy as fuck, and turn you into their show, basically, like the Nutty Professor when he went down there with the lady, right? But this man was getting into Kim Kardashian's, well, no, he wasn't getting into her ass. He was telling her to close her ass up because he wasn't looking to get into it. He was saying that, Kim Kardashian had more dark meat or some shit than somebody, yada, yada. He was wearing her out, y'all. And I know y'all watched that shit. I didn't, but I know a lot of folk watched it. But it was, of course, hit headlines and social media because, for one, I'm pretty sure like the first time a man probably told Kim Kardashian to close her legs up. And it's long overdue. It's long overdue. Especially being specific because, they say you got to be specific in your prayer. And this man was specific in what he requested. He told her, keep your legs closed to all the minorities. Keep your legs closed to the black men. Anybody seen that girl with no whites? And if you did, drop down in the comment section and tell me about it. I don't disagree. I think she ought to close her pussy. I think she ought to close her legs. I'm sorry. Oh. I think she ought to close her legs. Wow. See? Spirit of discernment. I think that she has had Kanye, you know, I think that she has Kanye alone is enough to deem Kim as, y'all remember that song, I can't remember who sang it. She got that killer pussy. It was back in the 90s. And I'm trying to think of who the rapper was who sang that song. Give me a second here. I'm sure gonna look it up because I'm nosy like that. But if y'all remember that song back in the 90s, drop down in the comment section, give me a thumbs up for sure. But it seems as though that's what Kim Kardashian got. It's like that psychedelic. It was Master P. It was Master P. I knew it was somebody. I was gonna say I was about to say fuck Mystical, but that wasn't the one. And I'm not gonna play it because to remind y'all, because in the end I done had my good videos and stuff. I put a little song in there and I told them I had no rights to the song and it was not mine. They still limited my video. So y'all go on your YouTube after y'all finish watching me and go look up the song Killer Pussy. You remember what I'm talking about? For those of you who are born at least in the 80s. Now y'all 90s babies, y'all probably still sucking on similar like if your daddy wasn't sucking all the milk out your mama's titties for you, you know, taking all your nutrients. Y'all was down there sucking on bottles and shit when that song came out. So you probably wouldn't even know it. But that's good. Somebody called her out on it, you know, that's fine. She seemed to have taken it all in stride, you know, which she usually does. She take them big black women in stride. But people were saying, you know, it was a shame and how they shouldn't have been talking to her that way. The bitch should have sat in the bite. She knew what it was, and 9 times out of 10, somebody was saying, oh, well, she's sitting there looking at the comedian, at the guy saying, well, basically, I can buy your mom's house and have her to move her shit out tonight because I'm a millionaire. So fucking what? Bitch, I still am the comedian that told you to close the puss to the black male community. And even if you want to pull a shenanigan like that, everybody would know why you did it. Because you would be so fucking ashamed of me telling you about your punani and the operations or lack thereof from the start. See this old lip grease I've been using on the plate. It's good, but a lot of times you see it looking like I got cocaine on my fucking lips. Or semen. I don't even fuck around like that. Must have be all caked up and shit. I don't think I got it off there. Guess y'all be like, bitch, you done stuck your dick suckers all up in the camera. Well, excuse me. Cause y'all ain't tell a brother that some stuff was going on. I can be sitting in front of y'all looking like Boosie by the mouth. Boosie Badass. Not me. Because I don't know what that Mad Dog stuff is around the lips, but I digress. In all hindsight, Kim Kardashian, that wasn't the only thing she had, you know, speaks over. She was at the Met Gala with this gown on. They won't let go. The fact that she had a corset on and cinched her waist and snatched her shit the way the bitches did back in the cowboy days when they was out there riding in carriages and shit, wearing big old feathered hats and calling, you know, having showdowns and shit. Don't nobody care. I mean, like, some stuff is just overrated. And at the end of the day, Kim Kardashian and their whole lineage is overrated. I mean, bombs over Baghdad. I'm just done with it. Nobody, they don't even give a fuck. And with that, what brings me to a pause, or what brings me to another PSA is like, Plies say, we sit up here and, which brings me to my next topic with Drake, and I'm going to close with that. Like the pastor thing, that's going to bring me to a close. I ain't going to hold y'all for long because I done held y'all for an hour and 25 minutes. And y'all pastors usually preach for like 2 hours, so I'm still under that. But with Drake's home being under fire, having shots fired at it a couple of days ago, his home in Toronto, and there was a security guard that was hit, but he's actually going to pull through. He's doing well. But this brings me to what Plies was saying. It's just seems like basically it's to a point now we give so many more fucks about these stupid ass, childish ass, rich boy rap battles with these dumb ass delusional diss tracks that nobody's really gonna remember, you know, in 5 to 10 years. We started out with Chris Brown and Quavo. They were diss tracking one another. Now we got Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And so the results of that, as we know it, was Drake's home in Toronto having shots fired at it, and that officer, that security officer, suffering a gunshot wound. Now, of course, they said on the news that they were looking to investigate Kendrick Lamar, but I mean, in the end, that means you got to investigate Rick Ross and all of that stuff too, because he and Rick Ross were beefing big time. And what I don't understand is people that have this caliber of money and this level of fame and fortune, I just cannot seem to gather myself to understand. I guess that's all you really can do because you're bored. You got money, so now you got the time to just sit around and dog bitches and make diss tracks and shit instead of getting further in your career by using that energy and that talent to make yourself another album. I personally would be probably, yes, making the diss track, but putting it in an album of mine that would actually sell, because I'm sure they probably, I don't know if they buy these diss tracks, and I don't even know how the fucking industry looks anymore with Apple Music and Pandora, YouTube Music, and all this other stuff that we have actually available to us now. I don't understand how y'all always talking about motherfucking unity amongst the blacks and all this shit, yet y'all get y'all slobbermouth, slithering, goofy, grape-looking ass on these platforms, and y'all dog the fuck out of each other right before our very eyes, and y'all can't even show us unity in a level of success like that. So it kind of depicts, it kind of brings a better understanding to the eye of an individual asking the question as to, well, what do I do with my fame? You know, once I get famous, like, do I still deal with these people? Do I kind of go along to get along? Do I kind of say fuck everybody, do my own thing, stay in my lane, build my own? It brings a lot of question to the minds of people that are actually even saying at my level, I'm not a big time rapper. I don't even intend to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the times there are diss tracks I can get on him myself and make. You know what I mean? Girl, pussycat. Yeah, all that drinking and shit. You just drinking like yes, you drinking like an alcoholic and shit. She was there, I'm trying to record, she was there lapping up water like she was there drinking fucking Hennessy or some shit. I'm like, girl, wait a minute. She gonna look at me like she paid the fucking water bill. Like she take care of me. But it's just always like I said about when I do my videos and speak about Married to Medicine or Real Housewives of Atlanta or even Orange, whatever it may be. I always talk about with the black females and female unity and female black empowerment, right? What bothers me also, it's several communities, and it's honestly the world as a whole. Because I don't want to go bit for bit, community for community, like the gay community, the black men community, the female black community. Community is community. We are all living in the same space for the most part, unless you're in a much larger tax bracket. But we're all immune to the same things, both life and death. And in between that time, I feel like the world could be a much better, safer, happier place if we all mostly focused on aligning ourselves with our purpose, one, and then not to mention working on finding out how that better feeds hand in hand to the brother, to the sister, of whatever nationality, black, white, or whatever. It's like, when are people going to understand, motherfucker, we all still human people. We all die by the same means. We all have to live off the same resources: money, food, water, air. Basic living needs. You are no better than anybody else. And then nobody else is better than you. But still have a mentality of thinking that I am still everything. Just like this counterpart and this counterpart. We're all everything and capable of doing everything. And I feel like it's so much division amongst different communities. The rap community, R&B, sisterhood, brotherhood, nationalities, countries, states. It's just too much division. And I feel like the division is created in order to always make someone feel superior to another group of people. That just seems to be the premise of it. That's the only thing I can think of, because think about it. A lot of people walk around with their heads held high. God damn, a lot of people that you can think of that walk around with their heads held high and that have a status above you, whether it be financially, politically, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They always hold themselves to the standard of, I'm better than you. And that, I think, is the downfall, that has been the downfall of humanity since time has begun. The fact that one human always has a reason to, always conjures up a reason to show their dominance, to show their talent. I mean, if we all just, can't we all just get along? Because I'm going down this philosophical road that some people going to be like, this bitch is trying to be Dr. Phil or Dr. Queen Medicine Woman and Oprah. That is, I am me. And I tell y'all all the time, I promote nothing but positive progress. And that is one of the things that bothers me on my daily walk of life, is the fact that everybody thinks they're better than the other, and no one can see themselves as saying, that person is just as valuable as me. That's how people kill each other, because someone else doesn't see the value in another because of some kind of fit they're having. But once we see each other as equals, take out the finances, take out the status, take out all of that shit. Because at the end of the day, I don't care who the fuck they was, Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Prince, Mahalia Jackson, all these great singers and talents, Maya Angelou, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, you know, all of these people stamped they have their staple, they have their niche already etched in life here, because we thought enough of them and their actions to actually give them that status, right? But what do you think of yourself? It's all about, cut out all that selfish shit. Yes, have self-confidence. Yes, understand and know that you can do all things, and there's nothing in this world that you can't do other than die. Because trust me, that's coming. That's inevitable. But it's just, I just can't think of it straight enough in my mind. And I think a lot of us haven't become stars in a certain capacity because we don't align with the morals of things that take place or the morals between certain people. I would love to see again unity among all people. Oh, I'm a better rapper than you. You probably are. And the fact that you can actually be a man, or I can be a man and say, you know what? There's something in your capability that I don't have, that I love, that I see, that shines, that is so fucking phenomenal. But I also have to see something in myself first that is so fucking phenomenal. But not be selfish enough to not acknowledge it in someone else when you see it. That's selfishness. And that's what our world is predicated upon now, is so much selfishness that, you know, we don't know how to use to humble ourselves a lot of the time. And I didn't even cover that Kendrick Lamar shit and that Drake shit because I'm not finna sit up and cover a whole nother story of a fucking diss track. I'm not finna sit down. I ain't even here listen to the shit, but I heard a few bars of it. But but I refuse to get on here and promote that for them, y'all. If anything I want to promote everybody to understand that you are in control of your life and that happiness starts within. And like I always tell y'all, you only get what you give. And if you ain't getting what you give, especially if it comes to people that are in your inner circle or in your atmosphere, your energy, it's time for you to disconnect. Because you only want the best for yourself. I want the best for all of y'all out there and myself. I don't think no more of me than you. I can become tomorrow, be on Sherry Shepherd, be on, can't say Wendy Williams no more because she done gone and hear her still. You know, I can be on any of these shows and become this public figure that people respect, admire. But the thing about it is, I want that admiration. I want that adoring part, because all of that, I will always make sure to give that back. I will always make sure to humble myself because I'm not putting myself above anyone. And that's the whole thing, humility. A lot of people lose that when they start getting them dollars, when they start getting that recognition, when they start getting that fame. I mean, look at Miss Netta Bumpy Face ass. She on here still now talking about, you can look at anything on social media and me and Charles is going to be the first thing on now. Me and Charles is everywhere. Me and Charles on every platform. We on Instagram, TikTok. I don't care what you put it on. Girl, listen. I done blocked you in that fat hubba bubba lip-looking bitch. I don't give a fuck what they doing on, because at the end of the day, Miss Netta is a perfect example. Perfect example of what I'm talking about. A bitch move out of trailer, and then they done lost their mind. You know what I'm saying? They got from around the asbestos and shit, and much bitch. Bitches done move out the woods with the raccoons and shit, and the squirrels and carrying on, and it got not to be a country bumpkin in their mind no more, bitch. And talk about they done moved down there to Georgia, bitch. Girl, please. Your face still has not changed, bitch. You done went through chemical trials, chemical analysis, electrolysis, chemical peeling. I don't know what the fuck kind of chemicals they're using, but they need to pump it up a notch. They need to crank it up a notch. I'm just saying. Because Miss Netta, what you doing is, what I will not tolerate is, I'm going to always spread love to the people, right? But all I can't deal with is an arrogant bitch. Can't deal with an arrogant bitch. And Miss Netta, ain't no way in the world you Leatherface got the nerve or the audacity to sit up here and not humble yourself. They always told me ugly motherfuckers ought to be humble. And if you ugly, it's okay. But somewhere along the way, somebody done told Netta, McGusto, Goose, Gus face ass that she was the shit. And that everybody, she came with everybody wanted her man. Everybody wanted Charles. My whole thing is, and bitch, I'm gonna dig for you, bitch, whenever I feel like it. I think about it, because you sitting around here thinking you too much, and you sitting around here be a lady man, uncle cuz, uncle aunt, and at the same time, bitch, stand 10 toes down deep in your motherfucking shit. Right? Don't sit up here, hey, I ain't gay, I ain't bisexual, I ain't LGBTQ, I'm not androgynous. What the fuck are you, bitch? I ain't telling nobody got to put no label on nothing, but you putting all kind of other labels. You in charge, the most famous. You in charge putting that soundtrack behind y'all with everybody hollering and screaming. Turn the camera around, bitch. Let us see them motherfuckers screaming and hollering and clapping for y'all and calling for you and Big Charles. Because you're fucking lying. I can't stand, and the one thing I can't stand is because I can call you out on it on 2 ways. Cause you're gay. Well, 3, bitch. Cause you're gay. Cause you're black. You're a man. And, because Miss Netta, I don't care what you say. It's like, listen, Messy C was talking all that shit fucking Miss Netta to my some she'll have Charles and all that shit with a play. I don't want Charles for shit in the world. I got what I want, right? And if you don't know, yes I do. I don't want Charles for anything. I don't even see Charles as a catch. I don't see anything I would want from Charles, not even his shirts. Okay? So, I would sit there and challenge Miss Netta to a cooking contest. Okay? We can cook the same motherfucking dish like they did on Mama's Family, like they did that chili cook-off, put that shit on the table, and put a couple of numbers by it. Only problem is, Charles gonna know her shit from mine. Charles gonna know Miss Netta shit from mine because Miss Netta shit, 9 times out of 10, gonna come in on a Dixie plate. Yeah? And mine gonna come in on a porcelain plate. Presentation is everything. And I guarantee you, just presentation alone, I'll be able to stand out and Charles will know Miss Netta shit from mine. So with that being said, Miss Netta, presentation is everything. And if you can't present yourself to us as a person that can humble themselves and actually show us that you are actually thankful of the energy we are sending you, thankful of the prayers we're sending you, thankful of the attention, the acknowledgement that we give you, that we spend our days with you on any given point to sit there and look at you hollering about, Charles, your lunch is ready. And that shit looked like Alpo half the time. Alpo with a fried piece of bric-a-brac on side that shit and a scoop of corn. You have to humble yourself, Miss Netta. And then, like I said, as ugly as you and Charles is, bitch, you got to earn it. Presentation is everything. If I ain't got you with that, let me give this to you. No, y'all fucking Bill Cosby, but y'all remember the episode when Vanessa brought what her name was, Dabney's home, and nobody knew that she was even dating Dabney's, let alone engaged to him, right? But she brought him home and told everybody, and it was for the family cook-off. And what Cliff told that man, we ain't mad with you, we not pissed off at you. He said, listen, what is your favorite food? He said, I love me a good steak. He said, oh, that's my man, steak. Imagine, I'm in the kitchen, cooking up a steak. You got your onions, you got your mushrooms, and all that shit on there. He said, boy, smells good. You can smell it, you can taste it. He was, oh, yeah. He said, imagine I served that steak to you on a trash can lid. Do I need to go further with y'all? Or are y'all with me? Can I get an amen? Amen, lights. Amen, wall. Amen, dog. The point I'm trying to make is it's Miss Netta's presentation. When she first started out, it was innocent. It was, Charles, Rose, your lunch is ready. It was that kind of thing. And we was okay with that because the shit was kind of funny. But now that she's gotten on, she's presenting herself on a trash can lid. No matter how good of a talent she thinks she may be, it's basically now to our point of the matter, and especially to my vision, it's on a trash can lid. And I can give a fuck less as to what she got going on and what she's doing or what she's doing, what she's slopping up on them Dixie plates. Because if you ask me, I think Miss Netta worked part-time at a school or at a prison in the cafeteria. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. If she ain't doing it now, she probably doing it before. He, she, him, they, them, those. Yes, all of them. That's probably what she's working at. And if not, I can picture Miss Netta working there with that that ponytail sitting. I can't do it because my hair on it. But that ponytail sitting like that, like she like to have it. My shit look like cable wire. But that ponytail with them, because her shit ain't nowhere as long as this. But that, 12-year-old ponytail with them twisted balls in it sitting to the side, and with that hair net on there, I can see her in there slapping up the potatoes and the green beans. You want carbs, so you want green beans, you want the mixed vegetables. I can see her doing all that shit. But anyway, y'all, it's been fun. It's been an hour and 46 minutes. I know I'm going to have a struggle like a motherfucker uploading this motherfucker to YouTube. But listen, I got to get out of here. It was so great again to sit here and speak with you guys and have fun with y'all cousins. I always tell you I miss y'all so much. A lot of times I want to get on my phone and just record what the fuck my thoughts are and just send them to y'all. But I'd rather put it in a video where y'all can enjoy it. If this is your first video, please go ahead now and make the sacrifice to go ahead as your closeout prayer. Bow your head. Don't look at mine because I'm going to the beauty parlor in the morning. Bow your heads. Pray to him and ask, Lord, let me be able to pick my head and look at that phone and be able to click that motherfucking subscribe bell. Don't tell the Lord motherfucking because I don't know how you're going to take that one. But click that subscribe bell so that when I upload these videos or go live, feel something right there. When I go live, you can be one of the first ones, hallelujah, to jump down in the comment section and let me know what you thought about the topic and my opinion. And please, by all means, give me yours. But don't cuss me the fuck out because I'm going to cuss your ass back. If you don't know, if you don't think about it, I'll give you a synopsis. When the bitches called me Andre 2000 2.0, and then the bitch asked me who does my hairline, I told him it's mama. The same person that does his mama hairline. But still, be nice, and I'll be nice. But drop down in the comment section, and please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. The analytics section goes wild for that, right? And I'm going to love it too because I love seeing those. And last but not least, please make sure to share these videos. Share with a friend, a family member, another cousin, because y'all got cousins that ain't related to y'all. Y'all know y'all got me if you're black especially. And if you're Hispanic. Share with your next door neighbor. Share with your co-worker, whether you like that bitch or not. Because chances are I'll probably be the whole topic y'all get to discuss and talk about some different shit. Oh, yeah. But yeah, share these videos. Now, I got to get out of here and go finish booking this motherfucking Airbnb. I ain't gonna lie, I went 8 early before I started drinking this liquor to make sure I had something to hold me over. And I'm feeling shit just by buzz now, so I need to go find something else to eat because now it's 6:50, so it's almost 7 o'clock. It's time to eat dinner. So I'm gonna find something and call my sisters and my mother to see what time they is gonna break out tomorrow to get down here to me. And yes, I hope and pray that you all have a happy Mother's Day. If you are, for all the mothers here that's on the channel, I want to wish you already now a happy Mother's Day, and that all your dreams are and wishes are fulfilled, and your children actually honor you, or you honor your mother in the way you see fit. And last but definitely not least, for those of you who your mother or your mother figure has gone on to her final rest, I do know I sympathize. I'm praying for you, and I too am still hoping for you that you get solace, and that you still have a happy Mother's Day, whether you're a mother or not. And for those parents, the mothers who's lost children, I just want to send love out to all of you, and say that it's gonna be all right. Okay, it's gonna be all right. And I know you people say, that's easy for you to say because you have your mother with you, and trust me, I agree with you. I agree with you, because you can't speak about a hurt that you've never experienced. So there is no way in the world that I would sit here and tell you, oh, be not dismayed. I ain't finna tell you all this stuff. All I'm gonna say to you is that I wish your heart warmth. I wish you could still feel the spirit of your mother in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And always do know, I'm sure, still from a spiritual standpoint, your mother's still there. She ain't going nowhere. She's going in the physical. Oh, shit. Yeah, about that time. I want to run real quick, but again, this car gonna knock me down right here and throw me under that sofa. But listen, I'm not being funny. I'm being a jackass, and I do make things comical, but I'm still saying to you, I do honestly wish you all a happy Mother's Day, regardless of the circumstances, and know that your mother is nearby, whether it's in the physical or in the spiritual, and that I'm sure that she loves you just as much as you still love her. And I'm still hoping that you have a phenomenal time remembering and holding on to those memories. And for those of you who take your mom out, I suggest you don't take her ass out on Mother's Day, because I guarantee you won't get nothing. Y'all gonna be in line for 17 hours. Oh yes. Now where I'm taking my mother to, because I started to just cook because she really loves my cooking. But I'm still undecided. Because cleanup is a motherfucker, but I know she loves my cooking, and I'm willing to sacrifice that for her. But on the other spectrum of it, the place I plan for us to eat dinner, or whatever have you, Mother's Day brunch, I have a couple of reservations already in, just in case. You better catch me slipping. But anyway, again, love you guys so much, cousins. Until the next video, stay up, stay blessed. Love yourself always first and foremost, and love those in return who choose to love on you in the same way. Because we ain't got time. Yeah, we ain't got time for no lame, y'all. Oh. All right, love y'all. Let me get my crazy ass out of here. Later.